Let's start with some cons, some of the bigger ones. We're going to kind of work down and get to some of the more minor ones. But so one of the bigger ones is that this entire ecosystem in EliPal is completely locked down. So you have to use EliPal with this device. You have to use their app. It's not going to work with any third-party open source Bitcoin wallet software. You have to download and use the EliPal app. The EliPal app is absolutely horrible. It incentivizes gambling, it incentivizes crypto nonsense, incentivizes prediction markets, swapping tokens, DeFi protocols, connects all these third-party applications and dApps into the app that you are using and possibly storing generational wealth on if you hold Bitcoin with this device. If you hold crypto and all that, you're just going to think whatever I'm saying here is nonsense because I don't believe any of that has any real value anyway. And if it does, it's not worth it's not investable value anyway, even if some of those end up being winners in the long term. So maybe all of that sort of one ecosystem app is appealing to you, but as a Bitcoiner, it's an absolute nightmare. As somebody that doesn't want a large attack surface, you just see that and you think these are potential vulnerabilities. With that lock-in, you're also locked into how they have the app set up for Bitcoin, which is broken. You only have the ability to use one address. There's 3 or 4, which I couldn't get Taproot to work on this, but I guess they're implementing Taproot as an address scheme here. So there's 4 different script types for addresses, but each one is constantly being reused. If you ever send Bitcoin to that address from multiple different sources, those 2 sources, say you send it from one exchange and another exchange, and you receive it to your EliPal app, to your Titan 2. Those 2 exchanges now know that about each other's transactions to that wallet. If you send that Bitcoin out, the person receiving it is going to be able to look at your entire Bitcoin balance and any transaction that was connected to it. Address reuse is a massive problem with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not designed to have addresses reused. Satoshi talked about how you are supposed to use a new address each time you use Bitcoin. And software and wallets are supposed to automatically do that for you. Any decent wallet will just automatically generate a new address each time, and you will never reuse addresses unless you purposefully do that for some weird reason. So the fact that that isn't even an option in the ecosystem and software companion that you are locked into is a massive problem for any Bitcoiners using this wallet. The vast majority of the software of this device, everything is closed source, which means there is very limited information on what's actually going on here. You have no idea if there's any backdoors anywhere. You're just in a full trust environment, which goes completely against the ethos of Bitcoin. This is a trust, don't verify type ecosystem where you want to be able to verify and not trust. They do have a couple little things that are open source on GitHub and EliPal, but you couldn't recreate the application if EliPal went out of business. You would be forced to migrate to a different wallet. And don't second guess that your Bitcoin is safe. Get a security audit through a one-on-one session with me and join the school community, the Bitcoin Masters, to meet other Bitcoiners, grow your network, and grow your net worth.